up for one busy Labor Day weekend here in Madison. We have a preview of all that's going on over the next few days. Also, Dane County is receiving more funding for sharing information about undocumented inmates, what Sheriff Barrett is saying about the policy. And later, for the first time since the 80s, the Wisconsin State Assembly will have Democratic socialists. We'll hear what they hope to accomplish. Welcome to News 3 Now at 6. We will get to those stories and much more in just a bit, but first, many people are getting ready for what's gearing up to be a busy holiday weekend. So what's the weather going to be like? Let's check your certified most accurate forecast now with Chief Meteorologist Gary Canaldi.
On the front end, Charlotte, the weather's pretty quiet out here. It is getting a little more humid, though, and that could lead to some rain chances. As we start out by taking a look at visible cloud tracking, you can see the clouds that we had north and west of Madison this morning have moved up into northeastern Wisconsin, but now you see a narrow line of thunderstorms starting to develop across northwestern Wisconsin. They've come together pretty quickly within the last couple of hours, basically from around Minocqua down to just east of the Twin Cities around Hudson. And as we zoom into southern Wisconsin, while those storms aren't imminent here, as we look at 6-hour future track radar, you can see that line of showers and storms coming in from the northwest, and by midnight should be just about to the Dells and probably moving through the rest of southern Wisconsin overnight. Dew points continue to increase. Madison right now in the mid-60s, but dew points are in the 70s just to our west, so the air becoming increasingly humid. Temperatures are still on the warm side. 81 in Madison, 79 in the Dells, 79 degrees in Watertown as we zoom into Dane County. Most areas, in fact, all the reporting stations at or above 80 degrees, including 80 in Deerfield and 81 degrees in Mount Horeb. Otherwise, look for skies to be partly cloudy this evening. It'll be mild and humid. Not looking for rain most areas this evening, maybe well north and west of the Dells, like around 11 o'clock. Temperatures dropping to about 75 by late evening, but again, the thunderstorm chances will increase overnight. Now, as we take a look at first warn traffic, a lot of people heading out for the start of the Labor Day weekend. Here's the live view of the DOT camera on I-39 crossing the Wisconsin River north of Portage. Right now, no problems on the Beltline. A little bit of a slowdown through downtown Madison and the Isthmus, but I-39, 90, 94, just a little bit of a slowdown approaching the Beltline interchange. Otherwise, traffic moving pretty steadily down toward Illinois or eastward toward Milwaukee. North of Madison, a few slowdowns on I-39, 90, 94, north of the I-94 interchange. Otherwise, traffic moving pretty steadily out toward the Dells, up into central Wisconsin, and northeastward on US 151 toward Beaver Dam. That's your News 3 Now First Warn traffic.
Thank you, Gary. Well, millions are set to travel this holiday weekend, and the travel app Hopper estimates that over 12.5 million passengers are scheduled to fly from U.S. airports over the Labor Day weekend. Now, this comes on the heels of a summer of massive flight cancellations. About 55,000 flights were canceled in the U.S. since the Friday before Memorial Day. But some industry experts remain cautiously optimistic about air travel this holiday weekend. They predict a smoother fall travel season. Well, those of you who are sticking around for the holiday weekend might face some traffic on the Isthmus too. The Badgers play Saturday night. Taste of Madison is back, and UW students are in town getting ready for their first day of school. It is going to be busy. Our Catherine Merck joins us live in downtown Madison with more on what's ahead with big crowds this weekend. Catherine.
Well, Charlotte, there's already people out and about here on State Street, and the businesses I spoke with said with all the events that are coming up this weekend, there's sure to be even more people on the way.
Go Badgers!
Wisconsin fans are back ahead of the first game of the season. This means a lot of extra people downtown.
Lines are insane. Starting early in the morning, you know there's already people lined up.
It's a really busy week. It's the first Badger game of the weekend, so we're very excited. We've got a lot of out-of-towners, a lot of parents coming back. We've got students coming back. At Short Stack Eatery, they're already seeing big crowds come by. The lines are out the door. But we're expecting it to get a lot busier. It's not just the football game that's bringing these people. Taste of Madison is also on the calendar, plus it's a holiday weekend. At Short Stack, they're doing what they can to keep up with these lines. It's exciting. It's just kind of steady. So we're really just trying to get prepped and make sure we have enough product and our staff is well rested. They're resting up for fans that can hardly wait for all the excitement that's on the way.
It's my favorite season of the year.
Our craft cocktail for the week is the Bye Bye Birdie, because we're ready to send Illinois packing. I also asked the businesses whether or not they'll have the staff to support the extra people coming in this weekend. They told me that with UW classes starting soon and students on their way back, it means that they filled some of the staffing shortage issues that they had over the summer. So they're going to do everything they can to support those Badger fans that are going to be out here, along with everybody else that's going to enjoy their holiday weekend. Reporting live in Madison, I'm Catherine Merck with News 3 Now.
The Dane County Farmers Market is starting a new food scrap collection program next week, starting Wednesday, September 7th. Anyone with select food scraps can bring their waste to Wednesday markets throughout the month of September. Visitors should look for green boxes, tent, and signage near the information booth to drop off their residential food waste. The booth will be available from 8:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. in the 200 block of MLK Jr. Boulevard. For a list of acceptable food items, just head to channel3000.com. Well, the parents of an 11-month-old child who died last summer from an overdose are now under arrest. Police say the 32-year-old woman and 25-year-old man each face a tentative felony charge of neglecting a child as a party to a crime. The child died at an area hospital July of last year. Its death was later determined to have been the result of an overdose due to the combined effects of fentanyl and morphine. Well, Madison police cited more than 100 people for underage drinking at a single campus area bar last night. According to an incident report of the 143 people officers contacted at the bar, only 6 of them were 21 or older. 137 people were cited for drinking underage and or having a fake ID. Police say officers visited numerous bars in the downtown area and all establishments cooperated with officers. They add that they don't plan to name the specific bars where citations happened until or unless the department determines the establishment permitted the violations. A new report finds Dane County got more funding than any other county statewide through sharing information about undocumented inmates with ICE. Naomi Coles sat down with Sheriff Calvin Barrett today to understand why.
This report comes from ACLU Wisconsin, and it measured how sheriff's offices across the state cooperate or don't cooperate with federal immigration enforcement officials. Now, there's 2 ways a sheriff's office typically works with ICE. The most common is sheriffs work with them to detain illegal immigrants who are arrested for something else. What's important to note here, Dane County is one of 5 statewide that has a policy that prohibits that in many cases. But the other way they can work with ICE is by sharing information about their inmates, something that Dane County does. In turn, that leads to reimbursements. ICE reimburses the sheriff's office who report undocumented immigrants in their jail. The sheriff told me today he doesn't plan to change their current policies.
Historical data, what has been, not what currently is, which can be used in an inappropriate manner to do proactive enforcement.
These are people who have been in the jail, but potentially once ICE gets this information, they are not still in the jail?
It's a possibility. Again, it's anywhere from 6 months to a year by the time the data is processed, it's looked at, it's turned in, it's put into a format where it can easily be read and shared.
We had a long conversation on this topic today, examining how that policy works and why he doesn't plan to end it. He added his office is working on policies, however, that provide more protection to people who are victims of crimes or are working with police to investigate a crime.
And you can watch Naomi's full conversation with Sheriff Barrett this Sunday morning at 10:30, right after Face the Nation. Students at Merrill Elementary in Beloit got a surprise visitor at school today. It was Governor Evers who said he wanted to stop by to see how the students and teachers were acclimating to the new school year. Classes got underway yesterday for them. The governor used the occasion to highlight what the Beloit School District has done with federal funding.
Beloit itself is getting approximately $200,000 around the mental health arena, but it's about over $1 million that they're getting that they can use through the next 4 years, actually, to help them recover from this pandemic.
The governor emphasized that more still can be done in regards to K-12 education, a theme that he will continue to push through his re-election campaign. After a 2-year pandemic hiatus, the Graduate School Degree Dash returned this morning on the UW campus for its 5th running. The event gets the semester off to a fast start for graduate students, faculty, and staff. Participants can choose the 5.07-mile doctoral derby or the 1.94-mile master's mile. Race distances are based on the approximate average time to degree in years at UW-Madison. The race is timed but non-competitive. All finishers get a diploma at the finish line from Dean Karpus, who dresses in academic regalia. Coming up on News 3 Now at 6, the Wisconsin Department of Agriculture, Trade, and Consumer Protection takes a tour of the state's weights and measurements laboratory. Plus, the Department of Health sends out a warning after multiple animals were found infected with West Nile virus. Which counties it says the virus was detected in.
Furniture and Appliance Mart's Labor Day preview sale is going on now. Save up to 40% off clearance and special buy appliances. Plus pay no interest for 36 months. And guaranteed 5-day delivery on in-stock items. Only at Furniture and Appliance Mart inside Ashley, off the Beltline and East Springs Drive.
I worked really hard to save for retirement, worked all the hours I could, whatever it took. But Ron Johnson thinks we should consider raising the retirement age for Social Security and Medicare. That's a terrible idea. And he voted over and over again to weaken and cut Medicare, driving up our costs. Ron Johnson even wanted to privatize Social Security, calling it a legal Ponzi scheme. Tell Ron Johnson to strengthen Medicare.
How do you use your energy? Hitting the ball farther than yesterday? Fielding whatever comes your way? Trying to shine as bright as the sun? At Alliant Energy, we bring more clean, renewable energy to our customers every single day to power what matters to you. Because even during the most powerful moments in our lives, we're not thinking about power, we're thinking about each other. Alliant Energy, powering beyond.
With Honda, every summer adventure is the destination. Take your adventures farther with Honda, America's most fuel-efficient, full-line automaker. Hurry in to a local Honda dealer where new vehicles are arriving daily.
Ashley's Labor Day sale is happening right now. Save up to 78% off clearance items, plus fast delivery on millions of in-stock products, and low monthly payments with special financing. It's the Labor Day sale, and it's happening now, only at Ashley.
The Wisconsin DHS is reminding people to protect themselves from mosquito bites after 2 animals tested positive for West Nile virus. The bird from Milwaukee County and a horse from Trempealeau County are the first reported infections in the state this year. No human cases have been reported yet. The virus is spread to humans and other animals through the bite of an infected mosquito. It is not spread directly from person to person, animal to animal, or animal to person. The Wisconsin Department of Agriculture, Trade, and Consumer Protection is making sure Wisconsinites are getting the full value of their purchases. Today, DATCAP Secretary took a tour of the Wisconsin Weights and Measures Laboratory in Madison. That bureau maintains the state of Wisconsin's standards of mass and volume. It makes sure when that consumers buy a gallon of gas or a pound of beef, they're not getting ripped off. We have some sad news from the Henry Vilas Zoo. Today, they announced the passing of their female red panda named Ty. Last month, Ty was diagnosed with bone cancer. The zoo says its staff tried to come up with a treatment plan, but the condition did not improve. A decision was then made to humanely euthanize her. Ty came to the zoo in 2012. She was only 14 years old. Still ahead, we'll hear from 2 new faces joining the state assembly and what they want to do at the Capitol. Plus, movie theaters across the country are trying to get back audiences to pre-pandemic levels. The special deals they're offering this weekend. And what does the weather look like for the holiday weekend? Gary will have your complete forecast when we come back.
It's the Hy-Vee 3-day sale this Friday through Sunday. Fresh ground beef, only $2.99. Select Frito-Lay snacks, only $1.68 each when you buy 3. And avocados, only 68 cents each. Check out HyVeeDeals.com for more deals.
It's Steinhafel's Labor Day mattress sale. Steinhafel's has the largest selection of all the best mattress brands at the best prices. And during Steinhafel's Labor Day mattress sale, you can get a Tempur-Pedic Queen mattress starting at just $22.49. Or a Beauty Rest Black Queen mattress starting at just $20.99. With Steinhafel's 60-month zero-interest financing, your new mattress just got more affordable. Isn't it time you got a good night's sleep? Relax, it's Steinhafel's.
Wisconsinites don't back down from hard work. We got self-starters and never-stoppers. Folks who help feed a nation. Pioneers in innovation. Teachers and third shifters like my parents. You deserve a senator who protects your jobs, not one who sends them overseas. I work to bring manufacturing back home so we can make things in Wisconsin again. When we harness what we have, we can change where we're going. I'm Mandela Barnes, and I approve this message.
Check it out. You'd be crazy to do this drug.
But even crazier to do that drunk. Drive sober on your wheels.
And we mean all your wheels.
Energy is everywhere, even in a little seedling, which, when turned into fuel, can help power a plane. At Chevron's El Segundo refinery, we're looking to turn plant-based oil into renewable gasoline, jet, and diesel fuels. Our planet offers countless sources of energy, but it's only human to find the ones that could power a better future.
It's the Hy-Vee 3-day sale this Friday through Sunday. Pepsi products, only $2.99 each when you buy 4. Cheez-It crackers, only $1.99. And chicken leg quarters, only 69 cents a pound when you buy a 10-pound pack. Check out HyVeeDeals.com for more deals.
It's a throwback in a sense. With 2 new faces in the assembly comes something Wisconsin hasn't seen since the 1980s. That's a Democratic Socialist in the state assembly. And as the state heads into Labor Day weekend, political reporter Will Keneally sat down with them to learn more about their ideas for the Capitol.
Milwaukee has a long history with socialism. The last time a socialist was in the assembly, he represented Milwaukee. The last socialist mayor in the country, also from Milwaukee. And Darren Madison and Ryan Clancy want to take up the mantle of that legacy.
I mean, the history of socialism in Milwaukee, and I think the state generally, is really a pragmatic one.
We caught up with them at Milwaukee's Turner Hall, which was founded by a socialist group in the 1800s. That history is important to them.
Those who are socialists laid the foundation for so many things. I mean, you just ran down the list, right?
The socialists in Milwaukee were labeled by their naysayers as sewer socialists, and they embraced that.
They say that includes key infrastructure, like sewers, that we now take for granted. The 2022 version, they say, is to stand up for the working class.
You know, it's about ensuring that folks have access to full participation in our economy, right? There's so many access points in which communities and working class citizens are deprived of resources and the ability to live thriving lives.
The two acknowledge, though, democratic socialism can carry a negative connotation with those on the right. Some of the more prominent democratic socialists in the country include politicians like Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez.
The Socialist Squad is leading the charge to defund our police.
Madison and Clancy say they are not opposed to working with Republicans across the aisle.
I've also worked with Republicans on several issues as it relates to youth incarceration, as well as agriculture in our state.
They also want to hold Democrats' feet to the fire on liberal policies.
It means that folks a little bit to the left of mainstream Dems are going to hold both Republicans and Democrats accountable.
This all comes ahead of the president's visit to Milwaukee on Labor Day.
I'd love to hear more about his plans to expand the protections and the equal opportunity for working class citizens.
And I think, what socialism's promise is in Wisconsin is taking those big ideas, the Wisconsin idea, of great public education for everyone, the idea that we're investing in sewers and parks and everything else, and return our focus to that.
In Milwaukee, Will Keneally, News 3 Now.
As we mentioned, President Biden will be visiting the Labor Fest in Milwaukee on Monday, and we'll have coverage on that on News 3 Now. Well, the first hurricane of this season has formed in the Atlantic. Hurricane Danielle is brewing in open water right now, but could head toward the northeast in the coming days. The storm was upgraded to a hurricane today. The last named storm of the Atlantic hurricane season was in early July. And let's now go to Gary for more information on this storm and our weekend forecast.
You know, Danielle is right out in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean, which is a good place for it because it's probably not going to affect the United States very much. Latest information, stationary with maximum sustained winds barely at hurricane force, 75 miles an hour and gusts to 90 miles per hour. Latest forecast from the National Hurricane Center just kind of meanders it around for a couple of days and then eventually starts to bring it back toward the northeast, accelerates it as a minimal hurricane as it moves out in the northern Atlantic Ocean by the middle of next week. Three things you need to know in our forecast. Look for a chance of showers and thunderstorms mainly after midnight tonight and a better chance during the day tomorrow. There'll also be some areas of fog tomorrow night and Sunday night, and that'll be followed by some nice weather for Sunday and Labor Day Monday with dry weather and high temperatures in the middle 70s. In fact, Labor Day weekend forecast, the best chances of rain obviously tomorrow, although it's not going to be an all-day rain, but that high of 73 probably will be around noontime with temperatures dropping back into the upper 60s with a northeasterly wind shift into the afternoon. Sunday and Labor Day Monday, high temperatures middle 70s, a little more cloud cover on Sunday, a little more sunshine for Labor Day Monday, but both days not looking for any rain. Badger football game tomorrow night, kickoff at 6 o'clock against Illinois State. Right now, if there is a chance of rain, the best chances will be early in the game. Temperatures will be on the cool side for this time of year, starting out around 67 degrees at kickoff. By the time the fifth quarter starts, about 63 degrees with mostly cloudy skies. But again, I think most of the time it'll be dry. And there could also be some overnight fog as well. High-resolution radar, no rain across southern Wisconsin right now, but to the north and west, a narrow line of thunderstorms has developed pretty rapidly over the last couple of hours, and 6-hour future track radar brings that line of showers and thunderstorms to the south and east, although it weakens it as it moves into southern Wisconsin around midnight or shortly thereafter. Storm Prediction Center has a marginal or level 1 risk of severe thunderstorms to our north and west. Gusty winds would be the main threat, and that's more for this evening. By the time the storms reach the Madison area, they should have weakened and probably not looking at much in the way of any kind of strong thunderstorm activity. But on future track, again, that line of showers and thunderstorms rolls on through. And then a little bit of a break early tomorrow morning, but still plenty of clouds. And notice that northeasterly wind shift that could pop up a couple more showers and thunderstorms. But there'll also be a lot of dry areas as well. And then some fog forming overnight. We'll probably see more fog on Sunday night as well. But on Sunday, we'll see at least a mix of sun and clouds, a little more clearing as we head into Monday, Labor Day, and that should be the sunnier of the 2 days. Planning your night, look for a low temperature of 63 in Baraboo. Scattered showers and thunderstorms arriving by late evening. 68 for the overnight low temperature in Janesville. Tomorrow, a high of 73, but again, that's early in the or late morning, early afternoon, then temperatures falling off with some scattered showers and thunderstorms. Planning your day, those showers and thunderstorms coming in 10 o'clock toward the Dells, about midnight or 2 a.m. around in Madison, then a little bit of a break overnight, then a few showers and storms popping up during the day tomorrow. Not as widespread of coverage. Temperatures, though, lower 70s, even some upper 60s during the afternoon, but rainfall amounts generally about 1/10 to 1/4 of an inch unless you get caught under a heavier thunderstorm. 7 to 10 day forecast, dry weather for Sunday, Labor Day Monday, most of next week, maybe a slight chance of a storm about Thursday, and then again about Saturday of next weekend.
Well, if you don't have any Labor Day plans, here's an idea that's easy on your wallet. This Saturday, select movie theaters are offering tickets for just a few dollars. Major chains like AMC and Regal are pulling out all the stops for National Cinema Day. Tickets for all shows will be just $3. You can find a theater near you on the website nationalcinemaday.org. And as a bonus, AMC tweeted it will be offering a drink popcorn combo for $5.
I'm in. Coming up in sports, Braylon Allen is expected to have another huge year for the Badgers. My Paul Chris says he's a fan of his running back's preparation leading up to the season. That's next on News 3 Now.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Shop the end of summer clearance sale at Grand Appliance for up to 25% off, plus an extra $1,000 in rebate savings you won't find anywhere else. Get unbeatable deals like this Samsung large capacity French door refrigerator with dispenser for just $17.98, along with big end of season discounts on top grill brands like Weber, Traeger, and Napoleon. Visit grandappliance.com or your local showroom today. Grand Appliance, the appliance experts.
Is this the new phone?
Yeah. With US Cellular, I got to pick any phone that I wanted for free. And I was already a customer.
Any brand? With any size?
Mm-hmm. I got exactly what I wanted. Big screen, big storage. I cannot remember the last time I had so many different options.
At US Cellular, new and current customers can get any phone from any brand free.
Are you actually texting them?
I don't know. I just thought I would just...
US Cellular, where every plan is price protected.
Those brave men and women of our armed forces, generations of them. Why should today's burdens fall back onto them? They were there for us. Now let's be there for them. Your local Wisconsin energy providers and the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund are working together to deliver Wisconsin veterans in crisis heat, power, and help staying in their home. But they can't do it alone. Donate today.
Fjords has been crafting beautifully designed functional furniture since 1941. Every aspect of Fjords furniture has been carefully engineered to create a higher level of relaxation. Right now at the Century House, purchase any Fjords furniture and receive up to 20% off. All models, all sizes, all colors. Experience the unmatched relaxation you can only achieve in Fjords furniture. Relaxation made beautiful. Visit the Century House at 3420 University Avenue in Madison or online at centuryhouseinc.com.
Attention foodies. With this fusion of prime rib steak, melted provolone, and other magical melty stuff, Arby's is now officially a fusion restaurant. Chef Smooch, Arby's, we have the meat.
Back to school is not what it used to be.
There are new safety concerns, new protocols, and lots of questions.
We can help you navigate some of those hurdles with our Back to School series.
Join us every morning starting at 6:30 a.m. only on News 3 Now this morning.
Braylon Allen rushed for over 100 yards in 8 of the 11 games he played last season. And remember, that was there during a year where he didn't have spring ball because he was playing high school football. This year, he did get spring football and entered fall camp as the #1 running back on the depth chart. So by default, Allen is already more prepared than last season. That's scary if you're going to try to tackle him, and Paul Chris loves it.
I've really been impressed with kind of his purposefulness in his preparation. I think that is driven by, one, I think he's got a clear vision of who he wants to be. He's got a clear understanding of who he is now, and he's not afraid to work.
Off the field is kind of more going into more of a leader and being more of a leader for the running backs and the offense and the team as a whole. I think I've grown in all those ways.
Christian Watson seems to be a guy Aaron Rodgers can throw to, but we really haven't seen it this season with his offseason because Watson missed a huge chunk of training camp and didn't play in any preseason games. So his first real NFL action will be next Sunday against the Vikings. But even though it's a small sample size with Watson and Rodgers working together, number 12 has liked what he's seen from his rookie wideout.
This kid might be the new baby giraffe. I mean, he's maybe more like a deer because he's out there just prancing around and flying around on the field. I mean, this dude's got incredible stride length and really for a man who's 6'5", like his speed is legit. So it was nice having him. He's a different type of receiver than we've had.
And former Badger men's hockey captain Tarek Baker is signed to play with the South Carolina Stingrays out of the ECHL for the upcoming hockey season. Gotta love the ECHL Stingrays. They have the best names.
Go for the names. Now we need to focus on weather. A lot going on this weekend.
Yeah, could see a thunderstorm later on tonight. A little better chance of rain tomorrow, but dry for Sunday, Labor Day.
All right, thank you. And thank you for joining us. Have a great evening, and we'll see you back here at 10.